so faded.
Hello internet friends, it's Rad Edits, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to edit like AE on VideoStar. So let's get it poppin'. As always, we're going to click the plus sign in the corner. Actually, I'm going to turn down my volume. Hold up. Okay. Click the plus sign in the corner, choose your video format, and either select song or edit video. I do edit video because why not? So first we're gonna split it and import some clips because I'll be going through transitions. So the first thing I want to go through, which you may or may not know because some of you are beginners and some of you are more advanced than others, but regardless, we're going to go through it anyway. Go to multi-layer clip, press 1, and go to edit keyframes. And when you go to options, it'll say default to smooth paths, and you're going to do that. And it should say show advanced controls, and you're going to do that. That way you can control the movement. So, I want to talk about how you should always have movement in your edits. That way it makes it look better. I don't really know how to describe it. Just listen to me. Always have movement in your edits. So let's say, mirror expand image because you're going to need that. Let's say you were doing a turn transition. I don't know. So, obviously you would turn it down. But like to keep the movement going, you could just have it move 1 or 2. But since this is a short clip, we're gonna only move it down to 1. See, that way it'll keep it moving. Or you could have the size at 100 here, and then it'll move a little bit down. So it just kind of adds to it and makes it look better. Or if you're doing like a slide transition, like, I don't know. You can just move it to the side, and since it's already at straight paths, or smooth paths, sorry, don't know English, it'll already move it for you and make it look a lot smoother. You can't really see it here because Ariana herself is moving, so it kind of blends in with it. But yeah, it'll basically just look a lot smoother. And for slower edits, which it might look odd if I do it on this, but I'll show you anyway. For slower edits, you're gonna have it set on this and have it move down 1 and then change it back to 0. And if your clip is long enough, you can have it move down again. You know? So that way it kind of has that rocking motion, which obviously you can't really see it here, but like, trust me, it looks really good for slower edits or chill edits, relaxing edits, whatever. Another thing I want to point out is, as you just saw before, do the movement with the transition. Like, don't do the transition and then go back into multi-layer clip and then add the movement, because that'll just make it look funny. Like here, I don't know. So here we have mirror expand. Let's pretend it's moving and doing all that good shit. So basically, if you're gonna add movement and you put it on mirror expand again, Ariana is up in here with like 20 eyeballs, and like, you see, like it looks funny. So trust me, when you're doing the transition, also add the movement because it'll just look way better. Speaking of transitions, hold on, I'm gonna delete this real quick. You need to smooth out your transitions. So let's do a sliding transition, for example. It may look choppy, I don't give a shit, because this ain't a real edit. But basically, I should have explained that, sorry. You're gonna go to Re-Effect Clip, press the plus sign, or Edit, one of the filters, it don't matter. And you're gonna either go to Motion Blur, if you have it, or you can go to Focus and you can use this one. Not that one, this one. I like the Motion Blur better though. But yeah, so obviously since we're doing slide, we have to do the blur that slides. And then you're gonna go to multi-layer clip, put the blur as the background, and then as the foreground, have the regular clip. And set it to 100 just before it starts moving. And when it starts moving, put it to 0. And then basically do the same with the next clip, except start it off with the blur. So there you have it. It'll just smoothen out the transition and make it look a lot better. While you're doing transitions, obviously if you have the updated VideoStar, you can go to Layout and you can do these transitions over here. So let's say you want to use this one. So basically, you're going to press this button next to opacity and it's going to change it to the layout. So mark it as 0 and then at the end have it move. And we were going to set it at 9. And you're going to want to remember that number for the next clip. So now when you do this, you're going to go to Layout. And you're going to choose the whatever effect you did. And then you're going to press this arrow over here. And you're going to choose the one under it. Or above it, depending on which one you use. But basically just the opposite one that you used in the beginning. And then obviously you're going to have it start off at 9 this time. And then turn it down. But like, just basically remember your number that you set it at. That way it'll even out the transition. Because like, if you had one that was set at like 100 and then your next one was set at like 3, it'll look awful. So don't do that. I don't know, they're kind of choppy right now, but you know, it's whatever. Another thing I want to talk about is the transition curves. So let's say you wanted to do like a little shake, you know? So just have it move to the side a bit. Set it to mirror expand image. And go to path. Make sure it's at smooth. And then choose either these or these. It don't matter, just whatever ones. And there you go. You have that little bounce. And you can pretty much do that. You can do that with these. You can do it with the size. think you can do it with opacity. Yep, you can, but I haven't done that. I don't think that's really worth it. And you can even do it with the transitions over here. So like, I don't know, for example, since my favorite is the squish, and then you just press the transition curve path thingy, whatever, and basically it would just bounce into that transition, which I think that's pretty damn cool, honestly. But you know, I think glitter pens are cool, so I guess I'm pretty lame. That's me and my poor humor. Hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, so I want to go through shakes, but at the same time, your girl is pretty terrible at them. But you know what? Practice makes perfect. So the thing that I do know about shakes is that on your timeline down here, it's gonna get, I think it's gonna get bigger. You know what I mean? So basically, you're probably started off like, if you're doing side to side, whatever. I'm gonna do side to side. You guys can do up and down, or you know, whatever. I say whatever too much. I'm sorry. I'm annoying. Since this is a short clip, we kind of have to make them farther apart. You know what I mean? Like when you move them like that, see? Like they're kind of far apart, but it's just because the clip is fast. So if you had a longer clip, you would put them closer together. If that makes sense, which I hope it does, but I don't know. This is like hard to explain. I wish I had good explaining skills, but I in fact do not. So hopefully you're about to understand what I'm gonna say, but I'm pretty confusing, so I'm sorry if you don't. So basically your timeline down here, like it's gonna be closer together and then it's gonna slowly get farther apart, except for the ending over here, just because you want to move it back to the middle most likely. And then over here it's gonna get closer together. Like see how it starts all the way up there, then it moves all the way down there, but then it doesn't go as far as this one. It just goes up to here, and then you see like it gets closer together as it shakes. You know, hopefully you understand, but it's pretty tough to explain. But once you get the shake, you're gonna go to tracking blur, and you can adjust it however you like. And yeah, that's all there is to it. I'm sorry, like I wish I had a good way of explaining that, but it's just, I don't know, it's weird. I've already done this in previous tutorials, but I'll go ahead and do it again anyway. So if you want to get the cube effect, you can either go to re-effect clip, plus sign, go to the squares, and then you have these options. So you can do this, and then just re-effect it, and then you can go into multi-layer clip, and I don't know, let's say this beautiful photo of June is your background, and I did not crop that very well. And then you just go to 2, click on the clip, go to color, press on the green, and then just basically color it out. Just mess around until all the green is gone. And wow, that's poor cropping right there. So then you would have that. But since people hate paying for that, there is another app you can use. So your other option here would be the app Megaphoto. And basically it just has a bunch of effects, but just click on one random one, and then go to settings and choose image from library. And then obviously choose the image that you want. And then you would go and find the cube. And I forgot to do it here, but like you can change the background to green and basically any color you want. So then you'd press the up arrow and then press the video button and it would record it for you. And then you just import it into VideoStar. So if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you hated this video, please give it a big thumbs up because that is very well appreciated. I love you, thank you, and bye!